What's up, you guys? Forrest here with the FoCo Flow Show. Super excited for today's episode as it is new bike day. We've got the brand new Salsa Timberjack behind me that we're going to talk through about how the build came together and all the cool little details about it. So if you're enjoying the content and you've been watching for a while, make sure that you like and subscribe. But in the meantime, let's get into it and find that flow. All right, everyone, here is the 2020 Salsa Timberjack. So it's new bike day a couple of days ago. I wanted to talk you through the different things that I did to build out this bike, working with Shenandoah Bicycle Company out there in Harrisonburg, Virginia, where I bought my Ritmo, and emailing back and forth with Thomas to come up with a bike that I could build up using about half the parts that I had in my parts bin, along with a frame and a fully capable fork. And I wanted to set the bike up single speed. A little bit because of the need to train for the SM100, if I can get back healthy in time for that, to build the leg strength, as well as doing something unique and different compared to the fat bike that I have and the full suspension Ritmo that I ride most frequently here on the channel. So talking through everything with Thomas, he recommended the Salsa Timberjack because it has the adjustable dropouts, making it easy to set up single speed. And then he recommended the RockShox Yari fork because we wanted beefy 35mm or maybe 36, I'll check that, stanchions, so that it could be capable for the fun type of trails that I like to ride. So narrowing everything down, we had to go back and forth on a couple of the details, but it really came out really pretty favorably, where I only needed to purchase the frame, the fork. We have an Ibis wheel set similar to what's on my Ritmo, and then a couple of the small parts needed, like the small rear cog and the spacer set and the headset spacers for everything to set the bike up single speed. From my parts bin, we had one of the DHFs that's on the bike. I put another DHF on the back, a little bit because of the availability of parts these days, a little wonky, obviously, in our COVID world that we live in, and supply chains are all jacked up. But I've also read some really good recommendations about the DHF front back. It's definitely not the best rolling setup I could have for some of the gravel rides I'm doing right now, but when I get on the trail, I think that's going to serve it pretty well. I have the 800mm adjustable carbon bars from my Ritmo. I put some different bars on the Ritmo with a little bit different higher rise that I like for the enduro riding. So these flatter bars are great, and these are just some basic $8 grips from Amazon, so nothing special there. The brake set I actually was able to source from a buddy of mine, thanks Chris, for the Magura MT5s. So these are quad piston enduro brakes. Very lucky to be able to have these on the bike, and they are just fantastic in the first couple of rides. Basic 180mm SRAM centerline rotors. I need to upgrade those because there's some millimeters of difference between the spec'd out Magura rotors and those centerline rotors, but for the gravel riding that I'm doing right now, I'm not too worried about it. So I was able to bring that to the build. I had some old XO carbon cranks, so we got carbon bars and carbon cranks, so to drop the weight a little bit on it. So that's gone really well so far, and I'm glad to resurrect those cranks that are sitting there in the parts bin not being utilized. And then I had a P&W dropper post, not the new adjustable height one, but this is the 150mm adjustable dropper post, not adjustable dropper post from P&W. Smooth and easy so far, so really happy with that. And then, from there, a bottle cage. I had a bottom bracket. I had to purchase a 35mm stem, because I really like those short stems for bike control and everything. So everything there came out really well. I had a brand new old SRAM 32 tooth front chain ring, and then from Surly we had the spacers and then an 18 tooth rear cog for the single speed setup. Like I said, the Timberjack has got adjustable dropouts, which means setting up the the chain tension on it is really easy. And with that, it gives you the opportunity to get everything perfectly set up for single speed. So initial impressions on the bike is it is an awesome, fun, kind of trail geometry hardtail that's really just a lot of fun to ride. The single speed's a new setup for me. It's going to build the leg strength whether I want it to or not. It's going to be easily swappable to a wide range 10 or 11 speed setup if I decide I don't like it after SM100, but that's the goal, is to use this to build the strength as we go forward in the training and build back up the lung strength and the leg strength after the knee injury. So for today, I'm excited to get this thing on the trail. I actually just was able to sell my son's old Rip Rock and buy him a 24-inch Timberjack, so now we're both riding Timberjacks. So we're gonna get out there together, ride our Timberjacks, find some mellow trails at first and gravel while I'm building the strength. And so by the time I get ready to ride in late July, early August, we'll be able to have some fun together. But a super cool project here. Really thankful for Shenandoah Bicycle Company for the thousands of emails that went back and forth trying to get this thing dialed in and pieced together and Frankenstein the stuff that I had, working with the stuff that they were able to source for me. So the whole build was somewhere in the $1,500–1,600 range, which wasn't too bad. However, remember, I literally provided half of the parts here from my parts bin to make it all work. Probably easier for most folks to just buy one of the pre-built builds, because you're going to get more of what you need and can get on the trail for, you know, maybe $1,500 to $2,000 for a full bike build that don't have to source the parts. Either way though, this is going to be a fun new project. Excited to get on the trail. So from there, we'll throw the helmet on and I'll get out there, find some gravel, and find that flow.